What's up everyone, and welcome to another Minecraft Bedrock command block video. In this episode, we're going to be looking at how to make quests using the /tag command. That is, giving the player a quest tag, which allows them to open a dungeon, to solve some puzzles, or go through some challenges, to then receive a reward. I'll also go over how to make the quest repeatable, or how to make it a one-time thing to allow for quest progression. So let's start off with a basic example. Here we have a NPC called Quest Giver that will give you the first quest. You won't be able to enter the dungeon without obtaining the quest tag from the Quest Giver, but if you have obtained the quest tag, then activating this command block will open the door to the dungeon. Entering the dungeon, you'll be forced over a pressure plate which will close the door. And after completing some puzzles and challenges, you will end up at the command block that will remove the quest tag and give you the reward. And depending on if you want this quest to be repeatable or not, it will slightly change the command, but we will go over all of that right now. So if you don't want the quest to be repeatable, this is the command that you will enter into the NPC. You can also enter this into a command block and have an alternative activation, but we'll go over that in a minute. And for just a little bit of flavor, I had the NPC tell you good luck whenever you stop talking to him. Also, you can name the tag anything you want. I just named mine Quest 1 and Quest 1 Fin, just as a simple example. And if you don't want to use an NPC, the command block will be impulse, unconditional, needs redstone, with the exact same command as in the NPC. This /execute command is also how you make the quest non-repeatable, but if you want the quest to be repeatable, all you have to do is type in /tag @p add, then whatever you want the name of the tag to be to represent the quest. I just did quest 1 because it seemed simple, but you could name it anything you want to. So you can use that command instead of the execute command in an NPC or a command block to make the quest repeatable. But as for your dungeon door, it will be an impulse command block, unconditional, needs redstone, with this command, or something similar. The quest 1, again, is whatever tag you named your quest tag to be, and then the set block for the coordinates and redstone block will be how you open the door. So figure out where you want your door opener to be, and then this will place a redstone block there if you have the correct quest tag. So you'll need to find the coordinates for where the redstone block actually needs to be to open the door, but once you do that, you will be able to open the door only if you have the quest tag. You can also add some command blocks coming off of the redstone block to add some say commands just to add a little bit of flavor. For this example though, I left off all of the say commands just to make it a little simpler to understand. But this way it says good luck whenever you open the door. Then to prevent other people from coming in the dungeon, I have a pressure plate right in front of the door that will automatically close the door by switching the redstone block for an air block. This essentially deletes the redstone block, which will close the door. Then you'll have whatever challenges you want the player to face, but eventually they will come to this command block that removes the quest tag. So it's an impulse, unconditional, needs redstone, with the /tag @p remove whatever you named your tag. And then that command block is pointing into a chain command block set to conditional, always active, that will /give @p whatever reward you want the player to receive. In this case, we're giving the player a diamond, but then the next command block is another chain, and this command block can be skipped if you want it to be repeatable, but if you don't want it to be repeatable, this adds the quest tag that prevents you from accepting the tag yet again. And then finally, we have another chain set to teleport the player outside of the dungeon. Since the door automatically closed behind them, you could also add like a button to the inside of the door to let them escape, but I thought teleporting the player out once they finished was a nice little touch. So giving that player the second tag is what makes it impossible to get the first tag yet again because of the execute if command. But you can also add a command block somewhere that will remove the quest 1 fin tag. Doing this will allow the quest to be repeatable if the player has met certain conditions, whatever you want those conditions to be. One really neat thing about using a non-repeatable quest is you can use that second tag to give you a second quest, meaning that you won't be able to accept the second quest until you finish the first one. This command is going to be really similar to the first command, except that it's going to be an execute if rather than an execute unless, and it's going to use the second tag that you received from completing the dungeon. So essentially, the /execute command has several different variations that will execute a second command if the prerequisites are met. So the first one won't let you activate it if you have the quest 1 fin tag, but the second one will require you to have the quest 1 fin tag in order to activate it. So we're also going to make sure that it's on button mode and then name it something unique compared to the first one so that you know that it's the second quest. We also need to come up with another tag for quest number 2. In this case, I just made the tag quest 2. But again, the tags can be whatever name you want them to be. So now the MPC will have a second option that will only activate if you have finished the first quest. And then here's another example of the same thing, the same commands, just with a little more flavor. I used more say commands in this one. This was my first draft of this, trying to figure it all out, and I ended up using more say commands. But I figured I would leave all of that out, at least in the tutorial version, so that it wasn't as confusing. But this can give you an idea of some of the stuff that you can do, like it says, "Good luck, may the force be with you," when you activate the dungeon, and then you go through, and you can just add all sorts of flavor using /say, /title, all of those text commands. And also, if you don't want all of the command block text to be displayed in the player's screen, you can actually easily turn that off. I made another video specifically how to do that. I will link it into a card right here on the screen, and I'll also link it into the description just in case that card doesn't pop up. But that's all we got for this episode. I really hope it made sense, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I will do my best to try to help you. I also have a basic introduction guide to the 3 types of command blocks, so check that out if they're a little confusing to you, and consider subscribing for more command block tutorials, redstone tutorials, farm videos, and more. I'm sure there's something on my channel that you can find that you enjoy, and if not, let me know what you would like to see, and I will try to get it done just for you. But until next time, I've been your host, OmLedu, hopefully teaching you a command block trick or two, and reminding you, as always, don't forget to have fun. Bye-bye.